Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Shout out Patrick Kane, man. Let's just start it there because he deserves it. This game was crazy, but at the end of the day, I mean, Patrick Kane becoming the greatest USA American-born player of all time, and having it be in the wing wheel is an honor to see this at this point in his career. Shout out to Spenny as well. Got on ESPN. I was just watching the broadcast, and I saw that goofy-ass picture of him with his heart sunglasses on, and I was like, oh, my God, that's my boy right there. Well, so shout out to Spenny. You know, national recognition, as always, for the kid. But
not for Woodward Wings.
Yeah, you know how it is. But an absolutely crazy game. They got some luck there.
Dude, that was insane.
I've
never seen that before.
Never seen anything remotely like that before. Off of not even the side, but off the camera lip.
Like, I'm kind of surprised that hasn't happened before, honestly. Like, obviously, for it to go right in the net is kind of crazy, but shout out to Alex DeBrincat. 2 goals in under 50 seconds.
Yep.
And 30 on the year now. I mean, we are pointing to 2 good American boys, Alex DeBrincat and Patrick Kane, out there taking care of business. And, yeah, shout out to Kaner, man, the greatest American-born skater of all time. He went to high school with my brother's girlfriend, obviously honey-baked stuff, and he's always been around Michigan, even though, you know, he's a Buffalo guy. But shout out to Kaner. To have the twilight of his career is pretty awesome, man. And
such a poetic way for the goal to be scored as well.
Alex DeBrincat turned it on when they needed to.
Yeah, they did. Alex DeBrincat did, but it was so poetic the way that they were able to score that goal. It was such a beautiful entry. The puck goes to Kane. He makes the beautiful pass in the slot to Alex DeBrincat. Alex DeBrincat resets the offense by cutting it back out, finding Sherratt for an absolute bomb show from the point. I thought that there's something about the way of how beautiful of a moment it was, and that's where this game felt more for Patrick Kane than for the team. I think that was honestly noticeable on the first couple power plays, the way that they were playing, that you could tell that they were trying to get the puck to Patrick Kane. And I understand it. I'm not going to, throw any shade about that, but and then the Capitals adjusted to it. At some point in the game, they understood that they were going to get the puck to Patrick Kane at any reason possible to get him past Modano.
Yeah, and they had to do it. And Zach is right. I mean, Gibson got it.
Did.
He got undressed, and he got undressed in the shootout a couple times. It was pretty bad.
Larkin's crossbar hurt. I mean,
but Gibby's got to stop one of those at least.
He does.
You got to stop one of them. And
I absolutely agree.
The overtime period, I think, obviously you missed Ed the whole night just to be a big presence, to battle Tom Wilson, to do other things out there. And what he's one of the best players on the team, but especially in the overtime, you missed him because Mo Sider looked tired at the end of his shift, and then you put Ben Sherratt out there, which I love Ben Sherratt. Shout out to him for getting the
never want to see him in overtime.
And for getting his bag, getting that extension. So more Ben Sherratt.
We'll talk about that later in the show.
Yeah. But yeah, you needed Gibson to get a stop there in the shootout. Obviously the overtime period, you just couldn't win a faceoff. And that's not how you
my least favorite way that teams can play overtime. I understand it's a strategy, but it's boring.
Soft.
The Red Wings are so aggressive in overtime, and that's why I believe that their success has been so well documented this season, is because of their aggressive play style. And they had chances before the Capitals kind of just, choked out overtime and were just blatantly okay with going to a shootout and blatantly okay with going into overtime. They pulled off the gas with 48 seconds left in the game. Yeah. I hate that Washington team now. A bunch of bitches, and they just the way that they play too.
That was kind of a pussy way, but I mean, it worked. So
it worked.
You can't hate on it too much.
But there's a reason why they're not even remotely in the playoff race, and we are. So eat shit, Washington.
Yeah, you got. I mean, Gibson has to get a stop there, and obviously
I know, but we can't just always be expecting Gibson to save our ass. Gibson has done plenty to save our ass over the last 2 months.
Are you mad at him at all for fixing the helmet when we had the puck?
No. I think that's fair, but at the
I'm
same
not gonna
time,
lie,
like,
I
I
probably would have
understand.
waited until Washington got the puck and then fixed the helmet.
That is a good point.
Like
However,
that's a free strat.
I'm not gonna kill him for.
No, I'm not either. But I'm not, and I don't want to. It's not a shit on John Gibson. He's been amazing. Like he's been way better than we expected. But you got to get one stop in there. One stop in the
And
shootout is all
I
I'm
mean,
asking
you
for. I don't
also,
think
I
that's
mean,
too much
this.
to ask for. And obviously, we were down. We were down guys, and we were down some good players. So we needed somebody to step up, and DeBrincat did what he could to get us a point. And I'm happy with that because I wasn't expecting a point out of that one. So shout out
Yeah,
to
we stole a
Alex
point there.
DeBrincat.
Then that's big. You
Yeah.
were not supposed to win that game. You have a miraculous comeback thanks to Alex DeBrincat. And right now, you're sitting with 70 points. You have the Canadians who now have 69, and they have one game in hand on you. And I don't believe the Sabres are done playing tonight. But they have 2 games in hand on you and 67 points as well. So I mean, it's tight, and this is the best division.
Why do teams have games in hand on us all season? Like I don't understand.
I don't know. We have the
And we're
most
still playing like back to backs and shit.
We have the most back to backs played in the league. We have the hardest strength of schedule going for the rest of the season.
Fuck you, man.
Now is the time where we're really gonna figure out how good this Wings team is. They're gonna have to find a way to win without Ed over these next couple games because you can't go into this Olympic break on a huge skid. You are
who you got? You got Colorado twice. Who you got before
Colorado
that?
twice, the Mammoth.
And that's we play Colorado next. There's no game in between.
I believe we play Colorado on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. Home Colorado Saturday at 1 p.m. Away Colorado Monday 9 p.m. And then Wednesday we play at the Mammoth. So at least a day break, no back-to-backs.
Yeah, at least Gibson will
start all of those games.
He will start all of those games. So you gotta beat Colorado once. You gotta beat Colorado at home, and you have to score on the power play. I think you can go back to JVR on that first power play unit personally.
JVR's got to be back on that first power play unit.
Yeah.
I understand that they were struggling, but they looked just not like they don't have an identity when Kane's out there because there's no one who is like just a complete dog in front of the net.
There's nobody in front of the net. Larkin? Like, no, I don't want Larkin.
I saw Cat in front of the net a couple of times. I saw Larkin. Like, that's just not going to work. I think JVR there with Kane pushing that second power play is the best thing to balance it out because they're over in their last 2 games. They have not scored a power play goal in 2 games, I believe, in 8 opportunities. That's not okay. You have to be better than that. And Neil was saying in our group chat, so they're power play dependent again? No, they're not power play dependent. They just can't be absolute dog shit on the power play.
Yeah.
You can't just have to be their percentage. If they can continue even lower than the percentage, 20%, which would be middle of the road. Right now they're sitting 6th with 25%. That's fine. That's still good enough for them to be a playoff team.
Yeah, and you can't go over. You have to take some of those opportunities. And I do think that JVR needs to get back on that first power play. But again, you did what you had to do. You put it together, and I need John Gibson to get a stop in the shootout. You have to get at least one stop in the shootout.
You're being talked about as one of the best goalies in the Eastern Conference right now.
Who's the 4th shooter for Washington? You have Alex DeBrincat. So you got to get at least a stop to fucking give it to him.
Yeah, it would have been OV probably, but I get your point. And
what's OV gonna do? He's just gonna do a point shot. Like, he's gonna wait for it.
No, he's got a bag. He's got a low key bag.
Very low key. I guarantee OV would have done a slapper.
No, he would not have done a slapper, dude. But I want to throw out a couple underrated names before we talk about Sherratt, and then before I'm assuming we're going to get into the trade talk a little bit. That's what seems like every Wings fan wants to talk about, especially with Panarin getting scratched. I want to give some flowers to Marco Kasper, who has continued to use his body and play more physical, play with more speed, and just be that reliable third running mate for Larkin and Raymond. Got to give him credit on that. Second, Finney. Finney is realizing how fast he is right now and realizing that these big, old veteran defensemen can't skate with him if he puts the puck into open space. So he's learning how do you do that, and the creating is moving step by step now. I like what I'm seeing out of Finney. Johansson has continued to step up with Edvinsson being out, and this isn't a low key one, but you just gotta just when you see the beauty of the art of defense that Moritz Seider is playing, it like without Simon Edvinsson too. Then that's the big thing for me. You would expect even for a guy of his caliber for his game to even take a small step back without having a legit A-level partner on his side. But he's just going just as hard. He's still making every single difference making play. He's carrying that first pair on his back. I mean, he's being physical. Like what I love seeing from him are these clean puck checks where he is just taking the puck away from them and just saying, "You're too small. Sorry. Cross check. See you later." And then just taking it and transitioning the puck into the offensive structure. I think that Moritz Seider is just continuing to elevate his game, and I got to continue to, because I feel like we expect it at this point, and we don't talk about it as much as we should because it's one of those guarantees.
It's there every night.
It's those non-negotiables.
Best player on your team. It's not even close. And he is a superstar, and you have him back there, and it's good to be able to rely on him. And I agree with what you're saying about the young kids, but like you need some point production out of them.
You do need some point production.
Like, okay, you're playing well, you're making good plays. Now get some points. Now score some goals. Now make some things happen because you're putting yourself in good situations. Now you need to capitalize on it. And I see St. Vengeance in there, and I was going to bring this up as well. I think ASP has looked pretty good in the past couple games. He's not getting bullied as much as he was. He's not getting pushed off the puck as much as he was. He's making plays when they're trying to enter the zone. He's not just, Oleing people and letting them into the zone. He's battling with them at the blue line. So they have to earn it if they're going to get in there, and he's been taking a lot of those pucks away. So I like the improvements that ASP's been making. I think he's getting more and more comfortable playing with grown men out there. So that's a good thing to see. But like you said, same with him. The play is getting better. Now I need to see some point production. I need to see some helpers. I need to see
best 5-on-5 defenseman according to analytics today was ASP.
Yeah, he played well.
And Marco Kasper was the third best forward according to 5-on-5 analytics. The Red Wings actually were supposed to win this game. They had the deserve a win meter on their side and just lingering continued to come up big time and time again. And that's what you needed from Gibson today.
The deserve a win meter?
That's what it's called. I'm not kidding.
Never say that again. The deserve a win. Nobody deserves a fucking win. You go take a win.
Yeah, well, the Wings didn't go take a win today.
I want a fucking meter. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? The beat my meter? Like, we're not. There's no deserve a win meter. That shit out of here.
It's with the level of high danger chances that you were able to create.
Yeah, I know like what it's based on, but fuck that, man. You win or you don't, and they didn't win, and it sucks. But you had an opportunity to. You got to win more faceoffs in overtime. Your goalie's got to make a stop in the shootout. You got to capitalize on power plays. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to Patrick Kane.
Absolutely.
Again.
All right, let's talk Benny. I think that me and you have stayed fairly consistent when it comes to Ben Sherratt. Even last year when he was not playing as well as he was this year. Because the hockey, I'm not going to say hockey elite. I'm going to say the hockey nerd community is appalled by this Ben Sherratt extension.
They hate Ben Sherratt.
They do. The analytical demons hate Ben Sherratt, but they can't value what he brings to this team. They don't value the block shots in critical locations. Twice today, he slid across the crease and stopped 2-on-1s. He has allowed ASP to grow because you just said it. ASP has been playing better over his last few games.
Yeah.
And then he's a veteran presence, and then he is that chippy presence that you need back there outside of Mo Seider, because Mo Seider still has to be your anchor, and your anchor can't be doing dumb shit. Your anchor can't be going and choking a dude out because they're, hitting ASP. That's just not what you can do when you're the anchor. You can, but you need Seider. You don't need Sherratt in that way. So it lets Sherratt be that enforcer, that bully, especially when we continue to grow, because that contract, it looks pretty suspect now, but that's before the cap goes up $20 million in the next 2 years due to the inflation. So I don't. I don't hate the
Very
deal at all.
Barrett.
I think it's very solid, a B minus. I think it's gonna bring that level because even if he's on the third line in 2 years, he's still gonna be banging bodies, blocking shots, and just being a meat potatoes guy that you need on your roster. And that's where I think Ben Sherratt at 3.8 million for 3 years. Other than the no trade clause,
so bad, dude.
I do not like the no trade clause. The no trade clause hit me like a truck. I was like, what?
Well, who cares? You're not going to trade him. He's ending his career in Detroit, and I'm here for it. I like Ben Sherratt. You guys know that. I'm a big fan of Ben Sherratt. Irrationally like Ben Sherratt, and he's already like 120 and 120 this year, hits and blocks. He had some more tonight. 3.8 does not look good. I will say I love Ben Sherratt probably more than I would say 90% of the people in this chat right now. 3.8 is not a good number, and it's not going to look as bad like you said. It'll be like 2.5 in a couple years, but still, it does look a little staggering. You might have been able to get a lower maybe, but I'm not going to bitch about it. You got a lot of money. You got a lot of money to throw around. You got a lot of your young guys already locked down. You're going to lock down Ed for an 8 contract, and you'll be fine. So I love Ben Sherratt. I think he's doing great things for ASP. We just talked about his growth. I think, like you said, he's a calming veteran presence, and he is a meat and potatoes guy. He is a good penalty killer. He is a guy that when you need somebody to step up, he's shown to do that. Like you needed a defenseman to step up tonight with Simon Edvinsson out, and you're going to need him to step up for the rest of these games with Simon Edvinsson out, and he did it tonight. So shout out to Ben Sherratt, the big French Canadian man. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he got paid. And is it a little much? It's a little much. I can say that, but I'm not freaking out.
Why I think it's a fair deal with the cap inflation is because I think he's a very similar player to a Connor Murphy on the Blackhawks. And the Hawks are paying him $4.4 million, and he's been getting paid that for the last 4 years. And that was before this cap inflation's about to happen. I honestly think the numbers that you're going to see in free agency this year, this contract is going to age very well. I know right now before you're seeing the numbers on the extension of like the Rasmus Andersons and all that type of stuff. Like Rasmus Anderson's going to make over $9 million. Like this is gonna DeMarc like
what do we give McDavid for 20?
No, McDavid for 16.
You think
maybe higher.
16 a year
in 2 years? Yeah,
I think he's gonna get more than that. I think he's gonna get what's Mikko making right now? He's making like 15.
Mikko's making 12 and a half or 13. Kaprizov is making 16 right now.
That's it. Yeah, if Kaprizov's making 16 now, McDavid's gonna get 20. He's going to be the first $20 million a year guy, for sure.
And you got to find a way to clear the cap if that happens. You got to put all the chips to the table if McDavid becomes available.
You're doing that in the fucking heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Well, we're not talking about that.
All right, well, let's talk realistic trade options then, because
Connor McDavid. No.
This team is taking on water without Edvinsson. It is clear. Like they are Jack Sparrow on the mini boat coming into the British village, like on the flag sail with the
Caribbean guy. Huh?
Like they need to start throwing the water over the shoulder and start getting afloat. And that starts with a solid bottom four defenseman that can really just. They need more meat and potatoes guys like Sherratt. Like JBD sucks. I'm at that point. He's not. Sucks. Neither of these guys are.
Are you kidding me? What, Justin Hall? Oh my God!
I saw them call him up today, and I literally almost fainted.
I better not play. I said if he plays this season, we're not making the playoffs. I'm just saying that's it.
I agree with you, Spenny.
Well, I did say start the season, but still counts.
It does count.
Why not give one of the kids a shot? We know what Justin Hall is. He's ass. Don't put him up here. Give one of the kids a shot. They're both playing well.
I mean, Gustafsson has to like break the lineup first, and then it would be Hall. But
I'm cool with Gustafsson.
Can Gustafsson really be worse than Hamonic?
I think Gustafsson is better than Hamonic.
So do I. So Hamonic is awful.
He's bad.
is
Rocket
awful.
mustache, though. I will say that.
He
Impressive.
does have a sick muzzy.
I wish I could. I just gotta like fill this part in. I don't know. Can't. I'm good. I will get it right there, right at the top of my lips. Fucking stupid. He's got a caterpillar.
All right. So when I did the post game without you on Tuesday, a lot of our chat wanted MBN.
I'm not mad at it, but
especially with the way that we're struggling,
JT Comfort again pissed me off a lot in this game.
I think that MBN is coming up after the Olympic break.
Who gets the bullet?
What are you, a fucking owl?
Who
Who gets the bullet?
Yeah.
Probably
Soda. I mean, but who else would it be? Soda's playing so well.
Probably Appleton. He hasn't even really been a main PKer lately.
Yeah.
And so what is he really serving you that much value on your fourth line? More than MBN?
But what are you doing with him? Just scratching him? Because you can't send him to GR.
Scratching.
He's gonna be your odd man out.
Scratching him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. And then you can scratch different players depending on matchups and having Appleton or Copper or whoever, Soda in some games being the healthy scratch. I don't think that's too good. I do think you should get MBM back with this team. You need some physicality to throw the weight around.
There's a lot of players who
from Red Wings X6483, some Canada. He says, how would you feel about a Bertuzzi return to Detroit?
Love it.
I mean, yeah.
Not like it. Love it.
Love it.
Love. Love Spenny.
Spenny,
love it. Are you kidding me? Putting that level of grit and net front presence with Raymond and Larkin, who is also a playoff performer.
And they already got chemistry. Like him and Larkin already got chemistry.
I think that would be a slam dunk move. He is
slam dunk?
Yeah, dude. I think that's for the like I'm Spenny. We always got to talk about
aggressive. That's like a nice layup, I'd say.
Value, Spenny. That is value. He was out without Bedard for a good portion of the season and is still almost at a point per game.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
He'll play
12, but
he'll play first unit in front of the net on the power play.
25 goals. How many minutes do you play?
He plays on their first line, Spenny.
Yeah, he does.
He would play in our first line, and he'd be on our PP1. He would play in front of the net.
I mean, he's probably
how many goal scorers who can hit and play a gritty style and be a pest? This is who we've been asking for. I'm not saying he's fucking Tom Wilson, but what I'm saying is he's
an asshole North American forward. He is.
He is the.
What would you have to give up for Bert to come back? I'm sure he would want to come back. I mean, he's still friends with these guys, I'm sure. Obviously, he likes to golf, so.
Let me look at his contract. I forget how much terms left on it.
What has Bert done since leaving? He scored 30 goals. Well, that was his last year with Detroit. And then 21, 23, 25, 43 points, 46 points. He's got
$5.5 million for the next 3 years. I think that's a really good term for him.
9 power play goals already this year. He had 10 last year. 116 shots on goal already this year. Yeah, dude. I mean, wait, how many years did you say? What's the term?
This year and then 2 years after that. I think that would take him to 32, and he's making $5.5 million to score 30 plus for you. That's a good contract. I think it will take.
5 isn't bad.
It's either going to take an A-level asset and a B-level pick, or a B-level asset and an A-level pick.
I would do the better pick and worse asset personally. I don't really care about that.
I'm just giving the options.
Yeah, no,
I think
that's the option I would take. I would give the better draft pick and keep the better prospect personally.
And that's another guy that can mentor MBN.
There is. Do you put anything to this? There's a reason we dubbed Burt. But he'd swap Ras for Burt.
I think that's
the only
because
thing is
we were
Rasmussen can play center, but
we were going into a massive rebuild, and it was necessary.
Yeah,
that's why we dumped.
We don't want to pay him.
Burt. I don't think it was anything to do with the
bad
player. Also,
blood with him and
wing
Stevie?
scouts were at the Blackhawks game the other day.
Really?
And it's in attendance, and it was who I'd speculate that they'd be looking at as realistic options would be Burt and Connor Murphy, the depth defenseman. Really, the only two guys that actually make sense.
I wouldn't mind a Burt reunion. Listen, I'm not those type of people. I hate the people that are like, oh no reunions, no retreads. Like, come on, you got to have some kind of better reasoning than that. And Burt, he's chippy, 98 hits a couple years ago. That's impressive. 60 last year. He's got 38 already this year. He still throws his body around. Like you said, he's very good in front of the net. He'll provide some more grit to that first line. They already have the chemistry with him and Larkin. Bam. Red Wings as well. Red Wings 80 is right. Bro, nice. Sick profile picture, by the way. That's the GOAT right there. Bringing Burt back would have a huge morale boost for the team and Larkin. And I agree. Larkin loves it. They're like best friends. Shout out. And I think that, it would be a huge morale boost, and he's a good player. So why not? What would it be? So you said a B-level prospect and an A-level pick. So like
Wallander a second.
A second round pick? Yeah, for sure.
I really doubt. Maybe it's 2 seconds.
2 seconds and no player?
No, 2 seconds and a player. Probably 2 seconds and a player.
2 seconds and JT Comfort.
No. Good try, though.
2 seconds and, I don't know, a B-level forward or D?
Maybe like Shea Beam.
Sure.
I mean, I'm just. I don't
really
have B-level guys. All our prospects are
Have
kind
fun
of
in
A-level
Chicago, buddy.
prospects, in my opinion.
All
All right, let me throw you a couple more.
right.
Okay, this is of the budget ilk. Okay, we're sticking on that. Steven Stamkos with a 25% retain on his $8 million contract, making it $6 million. $6 million for Steven Stamkos, who has 25 plus goals this year, with less than 10 of them being on the power play. Does that have some interest? And he's dirt cheap. We're talking second rounder, no prospects.
How's he
Same
on,
as the
how's he not this year?
Same as the Marchand. He's a winger.
I want a center. I know Bert's not a center either, but I feel like if you're making
I know
trade,
these seem like the budget moves.
Do we need a winger though? Do we need a winger? I'd rather have a center. You need somebody to win some faceoffs.
Do you really want to keep Casper on the first line without your?
Yeah, if we get a good 2C, yeah.
I'd rather just have a guaranteed 30-goal scorer on that line.
Then what about Panarin?
Nope.
Yeah, I know. I don't want that either. But I'm just saying. So you want to solidify the first line rather than get another? I mean,
at the right price point, yeah.
He's going to win some fucking faceoffs.
At the right price point, yeah. It's everything. What we have learned, the one thing we have learned, Spenny, about Steve Yzerman. I've already blown the load on that.
Talk about a gamer.
That's a guy. He's
talk about a winner, dude. Talk about a fucking winner. Stanley Cups.
You're not going to be comfortable with what you have to give up to get him.
I'd be cool with it because that means we're winning a playoff series at least.
I agree. I'm not saying me. I'm comfortable giving up almost anyone for any of these guys, but there's a lot of people who are going to be like, "Oh, you're giving up Danielson for a rental." But that's Danielson in a first for Ryan O'Reilly.
And he's got what?
2 years left on his deal at $4.5 million. And he's going to retire after that. Great contract, great term, player who can. stand the test of time, but you're gonna have to part ways on some guy who you really like.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, but not for a rental. Stevie's not gonna do that. He's already
O'Reilly's not a
proven. He's
rental.
already proven that. That's why we
O'Reilly's
don't
not a
have
rental,
fucking
though.
Quinn Hughes.
O'Reilly's not a rental though. He's got 2 years after this year.
Oh, I thought you said 2 years left.
Well, I don't.
So this year and then 2 years and then he retires. Okay. Danielson, I don't know.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Spenny.
Yeah.
A team is going to be willing to give up their number one prospect in their farm system to get Ryan O'Reilly on their team, especially with the contract that he has.
That's true.
That's the issue we're facing right now.
That's true. I wouldn't mind it. If they did it, I'm not freaking out. I like Danielson, but I really want to win a playoff series.
If we're giving up elite level assets, who I want is Zach Greinke. I think that's a guy who's a high impact, 200-foot defenseman, who is a legitimate Norris defenseman, who I'm willing to give up ASP, 2 first-rounders, another prospect. I love you. I am the biggest ASP guy ever.
Is Columbus shopping him though, dude? They're gonna retire his number. They're not gonna trade him,
bro. He's been in rumors. Jason Robertson's been in rumors again. I mean,
Werenski's getting his number in the rafters in Columbus. I would be surprised if they traded him.
They're also Columbus, Spenny.
They are Columbus.
And Dallas is unwilling to pay Robertson as much as
Dallas. I can see. I can definitely see. I'd take Robertson in a fucking heartbeat. You want to talk about somebody that I'd trade anybody to get?
Danielson in 2 firsts.
Yes.
Danielson 3 firsts and ammo.
I just keep going up. You already did the first one.
Because I'm curious how far you would go, Spenny.
Danielson 3 firsts and littering and.
Yeah, and
littering and smoking the reefer.
Well, I mean, I kind of go off of the Mikko Rantanen trade as kind of my baseline for all these big trades, and he was traded for twice for two like a high level like NHL player / prospect, a NHL level third liner, and 2 firsts and a throw in. So I mean, it's a 5-part package here, Spen, and I think that if Robo comes available, you gotta pounce, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And you gotta pay him the bag.
You gotta pay him the bag. You gotta keep I mean, I agree with that, Red Wings. I'm not going 3 firsts, but I would do Danielson in 2 firsts. I would. He's not gonna get the same.
What do you need the first round picks for, though?
I mean, sure, but I'm not giving up 3 firsts. You're not. He's not Rantanen. He's not. There's a reason why they're ready to move from him, and they just got Rantanen. So I would do Danielson in 2 firsts, though, and then you have a legitimate, solidified top 6 that would be on par with pretty much anybody in the Eastern Conference if you got a guy like that. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. No. I mean, Robo would be amazing. He's obviously on a heater right now, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to see – I think it's more likely we get a top 4 defenseman than we do a top 6 forward.
I agree. I absolutely
and I'm cool with that.
Agree. I'm cool with that, too. I think that's what this team needs more.
Yeah.
And there's no shootouts in the playoffs, so John Gibson's smiling.
There's also no 3-on-3. There's also no 3-on-3 overtime in the playoffs, which is probably going to hurt us a little bit. Because we're really good in overtime, but it's because our defensemen are so big and so skilled that they expose 3-on-3 skaters.
They're such good skaters.
Mantha's been on a heater lately.
Yeah, I know. Pittsburgh's not selling, though. They're in the race. And as long as Crosby wants them to compete, they're going to compete. That's how it goes.
Yeah. He calls the shots. He's the king of the city.
He is the king of the city, for sure.
The king of Canada.
Facts.
Honestly. I'll ask D-Mac, but, I feel like Crosby's more like revered in Canada than Gretzky is these days. Obviously, that's what happens. And this is
Ooh,
call me a
that's an interesting
stupid call me
take.
a stupid American if you're a Canadian in the chat, and maybe that's just because I'm young. But like, I mean, Sidney Crosby.
For sure.
It's gonna be Celebrini.
Are
Dude,
you hype about
Celebrini's
the
so
Olympics?
fucking good. Macklin Celebrini is so good, dude.
Dude, I know. I'm hyped to see him in the Canada lineup this
I'm
in a
not.
couple weeks.
Fuck that. Why do they get that?
Because
Where's
they're
Art?
Canada, dude.
I
Land
want.
of the We're the land of the free, the home of the brave, man. We're gonna go
You know,
into Italy and take that small ice and make it our bitch.
Imagine if Jameer Gibbs played hockey. He would be so good.
He would be so good. That'd actually be crazy.
It would be insane.
All right, as chat, are you excited for the Olympics? Me and Spenny are gonna bring you a bunch of Olympics
I'm juiced for
content.
the Olympics.
It's gonna be
Canadian
hype.
tears. Fuck
That's
yeah,
such a
boys.
commercial. It really is.
Go get us some Canadian tears.
Who outside of Larkin, who's your favorite player on the United States team?
Brady Tkachuk.
It's fair. That's a great answer.
Or Charlie McAvoy. I mean, definitely not fucking Austin Matthews. If he shits the bed again, is he getting the C? Like he is, right?
He's probably getting the C.
Yeah. I like Eichel too. Eichel's grown on me a lot, but it's definitely Brady.
I think Brady's a good pick. I like that pick a lot. I think
I'll give anything for Brady Tkachuk to be a Red Wing, dude. Anything.
So, dude, it's
His
so
dad
hard to
would be
pick.
so happy.
Not the Chuck brothers because they're just a pure beam of electricity.
Mm-hmm. It's hard. It's hard not to. I wish one of those guys was on our team because like people say that about a bunch of people. Like, oh, you'd love him if he was on your team, and the Kachucks are literally that. Like, if Matthews gets to see the USA isn't serious, unfortunately, I mean he's been playing better. He's definitely
Freebird all stream long. Hell yeah, Jason.
free aid, dude. That would be awesome.
Free.
I'll have my boy Adam in the back playing it the whole time.
All right, Spenny, any closing remarks? Disappointing today. I mean, it would have been really nice to just cheese a W out of that one, but we were lucky enough to get 1 point and stay afloat in the Atlantic. Hopefully, we can keep this I wouldn't say momentum, but this luck as we get towards the Winter Olympics. We're gonna need it without Ed. Hopefully, a move is made. We will hit you with a trade deadline pod coming out of the Olympic break. To get you guys caught up on everything rumored and what you need to know when the rosters unfreeze after the Olympic break. So make sure you stay tapped in to Woodward Wings for that. But thank you so much for tapping in.
Wait, you said I could do a last remark.
Oh, I thought you already. Sorry, I thought you gave your mark. My bad. Last remark, Spenny. Take it away.
First of all, it's good to get a point. Got to get a point. Have to get as many points as you can. So. Didn't really expect to win that one. Your goalie needs to get a stop in a shootout. You need to capitalize on your power play opportunities, and you need to win faceoffs in overtime. If you want to win games, you got to do those things. They didn't, and they lost, so that sucks. But shout out to Patrick Kane. Speaking to Team USA, the greatest American-born skater of all time, passing Mike Modano for the official points lead. It's awesome that he did it in a Red Wings uniform. It was awesome to see his family there. And everybody going crazy for Kaner. He deserves it, man. He's the fucking GOAT. Showtime, forever a Red Wing. Love it.
Forever Showtime, just like for us. Thank you guys for tapping in. We have built a great community here at Woodward Wings, and we're going to continue to do so throughout this hopefully magical Centennial season that we're on right now. So thank you so much. Tap that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. We appreciate you. And we'll catch you in the next one from Woodward Wings, from Justin Satawa and Spencer Raxter. Peace.
Peace.